All right, shalom, shalom, where the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America. First off and foremost, I would like to say, Call Haloyim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, or Har Kadash, Barakatum to the elect, double honors to the elder apostles, a great millstone. Like I said, salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. I'm hop straight into this, as you'll see the screenshot of the bullshit that's going on at ICIU with the man and his wife getting basically played up out of their money, extorted, out of their money, and men going along with it and covering it up and trying to justify it. All right? And I'm talking about so-called Bishop Nate Satan, man. Okay? Which shows you where these people's spirits and hearts really lie at, man. All right? These guys are the son of Belial. All right? And, well, let's give examples of the past, because you guys do the same things you guys did in ancient days. All right? 1 Samuel 2:12. Okay? Now the sons of Eli were sons of Belial and knew not Yahweh. And the priest's customs with the people was that when any man offered a sacrifice, now listen, you guys called, first of all, you guys called this man the pocket, all right? Which that shows you your guy's spirit wasn't in the right place, all right? Because if he's doing certain things and giving, like tithes, if we give tithes and offerings to a certain extent, that's an offering. So if that certain brother was given that, this is the similitude. All right, this is a comparison to his offering, man. So let's see what Eli's sons did with it. When any man offered a sacrifice, the priest servant came with the flesh was in seething, with a flesh hook and 3 teeth in the hand, and struck it upon a pan or kettle or cauldron or a pot. All the flesh hook brought up, the priest took for himself. So they did in Shiloh unto all the Israelites that came hither. Also they burnt the fat. The priest servants came and said unto the man that sacrificed, give flesh to roast for the priest. For he would not have sodden flesh of thee, but raw. And if any man said unto him, let them not fail to burn the fat presently, and then take as much as thy soul desired, then he would answer him, nay, but thou should give it to me now. I'm going to stop right there because it was a lot to read. I just wanted you to get the whole situation, all right? These guys were stealing, man, and they forced people to give it to them, right? If they didn't go by the words that they said, man, because check it out. And if not, so if they didn't give it to the priest servant, guess what? I will take it by force, all right? That's the exact definition of extortion, all right? Wherefore the sin of the young man were great before Yahweh. So seeing these examples, you niggas that was sitting up there taking this money, which you guys think you're in the truth. All right, you guys really think you're in the truth. So if we know that, scriptures tell us not to steal, not to lie to our neighbor, and you guys are big on the law, where so you say, thou sayest, y'all big on the law. Y'all didn't feel fucking condemned or convicted in your hearts that y'all was doing this man wrong? That shows me you don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai whatsoever, man. All right? This is just ridiculous. Fucking, like I said, I.C, what was it? I.U.I.C is Israel United in Cash, man. And that's what that stands for. Israel United in Cash, man. Because that ain't nothing but a cesspool over there in a money scheme. Okay? Because when you read the Samuel, that's exactly what you guys did, man. Okay? And like I said, you guys didn't even feel convicted about the situation, man. And that bullshit excuse Nate Satan gave just shows you that he's a devil, man. Because that's totally against the scriptures. All right? This man got the other guy got a house and a car out of it. You guys didn't even, like the scriptures say, hey, you supposed to return that thing to that man. That's supposed to be your neighbor, man. More importantly, this wasn't a nigga that wasn't in the truth. It was a nigga. Well, first of all, you niggas ain't in the truth. Let me say that first and foremost. But since you want to call yourself in the truth, according to that, if you guys think you're in the truth, and so on and so forth, all right, you guys had no fear of what you was doing. So like I said, you guys ain't really in the truth. And like I said, the fact that this wasn't a nigga in the world, so to speak, this was a guy in the so-called truth, that you guys still had the mindset to do what you did into him, knowing the scriptures. That shit is wicked, man. And anybody involved in that group, and y'all don't see the wickedness, hey, you guys are just blind, man. Okay? 1 Samuel 2:25. If one man sin against another, the judge shall judge him. But if a man sin against the Lord, who shall entreat for him? Which means the Lord is going to fuck you guys up. All right? Because what the I.U.I.C said, when you have done the least unto them, the same you have done unto me. You guys think you're in the truth. These scriptures are supposed to go through your mind. All right? Them that preach the gospel should live with the gospel. But it's obvious you guys don't do that. It's obvious you guys are the men I.U.I.C warned us about. Do as they say, not as they do. Because y'all say keep the law, but look what y'all doing. Y'all teach a man, thou shalt not steal, but you're stealing yourself. Behold, your wicked fathers, scribes and Pharisees. ICIU and anybody else who fall under that category, man. Okay? Notwithstanding, they hearken not to the voice of their father, because the Lord will slay them. All right? Because, hey, that's going to be our judgment, man. That's going to be our judgment, man. All right? Here it is. We're supposed to be building up Israel, teaching them right from wrong, and you guys are fucking using the truth, all right, as a cover play to rob people of their money, man. All right? You guys truly don't believe in the Lord, because if you did believe in the Lord, you wouldn't be doing this shit. John 12:4. Then one of his disciples, Judas Iscariot, all right, Simon's son, which should betray him, why was not this ointment sold for 300 pence and given to the poor? Well, this nigga was being a nigga. He wasn't going to give it to the poor. He was a thief. This he said, not that he cared about the poor. So Nate doesn't give a fuck about you Israelites. All right? He doesn't. All right? Because he was a thief and had the bag and bear what was put therein. Yeah, y'all called that brother the pocket, man. All right? And y'all was controlling his bag. All right? Because you guys are thieves. At the end of the day, you guys are thieves, man. And if anybody can't see that, oh well, man. All right? Because these scriptures speak against everything that you guys did. This is Psalms 50 and 18. Now, Psalms 50 goes into the wicked, but you 2/3 niggas are as your father, the devil, man. All right? Psalms 50 and 18. And here's the crazy part. The guy knew that he was stealing knew that they were stealing from this man, and he continued to do it. So don't feel bad now after a while. You consented into that. You gave into that, man. Matter of fact, just read it. When thou sawest a thief, so you seen him, okay, what we doing is actually bad, man. Okay? Then thou consentest with him and has been partaker with adulterers. That's exactly what you did. You became a partaker in that madness, man. That's exactly what you did. Right? You didn't call out evil for what the evil was. You agreed and danced with it for a little while. You went along with the goddamn scheme. All right? Until you was convicted, which that's the right thing to do. Okay, you feel convicted. Now what do? You got to restore that pledge, man. And then some. Okay? And then Nate used the excuse, well, I went through the fire. Man, listen, that fire is affliction, not the fire of a brother getting over on a brother, man. It says render no evil for evil. So if somebody did you wrong, you don't turn around and do the next Israelite wrong because you feel wrong. All right? That's some bullshit, man. Acts 5 and 1. There was a certain man, and these are all examples of the ancient. Listen, you niggas are letting this money go to your head, man. This money is nothing. All right? You guys are sacrificing your salvation over a fucking fiat. Okay? Over nothing. Okay? Not alone, you guys don't even have the correct doctrine. But even if you did, you guys are still doing wrong. According to the scriptures. Because we got the same book. Okay? But none the least, you guys don't have the truth. But still, what you're doing is totally off as far as the way you treated that brother, the things you did amongst that brother was totally off to the scriptures, man. But there was a certain man named Ananias, which Sapphira, his wife, sold a possession, which was their possession, okay? And kept back part of the price. His wife also privily to it, and brought a certain part and laid it at the apostles' feet. All right, so this how deep Peter and them was already in the spirit. This was this old man's land that he sold. All right, so he could give money to the apostles, but he kept a part of that back. Well, nigga, you could have sold a little part of that and kept that part from yourself and been honest. And that's the thing. A lot of you guys are not honest, man. All right? It says, and laid it at the apostles' feet. But Peter said, Ananias, why have Satan filled thy heart to lie to the Holy Spirit? And that's what you niggas are doing, man. All right? And this is an example of somebody in the faith. I ain't talking about ICIU. All right? This is talking about somebody that was in the faith, in the doctrine. And they let Satan get in over some goddamn money. Like, hey, the Lord loves a cheerful giver, man. If that man didn't even have to sell this part. All right, don't put it on the front. You want to seem righteous, but the whole back. Hey, listen, just give what you want to give. All right? But my part is just the thievery, all right, and the lying to the brotherhood or lying to the spirit, man. That's a no-no. All right? It says, Ananias, why have Satan filled thy heart to lie to the Holy Ghost and to keep back part of the price of the land? Whilst it remains, was it not thy own? It was yours. You know? This just shows you how much money will pervert somebody. All right? It says, thou hast not lied unto men, but unto the power. So, gee, if that money was supposed to be for the treasury, this and that, you guys were just getting off on it, man. Getting off with it, man. All right? Telling people it was for this, but it was for that. Then after a while, just flat out extortion, man. By force. Just like that first Samuel said, man. By force. All right? And Ananias, hearing these words, fell down and gave up the ghost. He was literally cut to the heart. He dropped dead. That was a wicked thing to do, man. And just say, hey, I sold this land. This land is worth $100,000. I sold it. It's my land. All right? And then when I tell you, well, I actually sold it for $80,000. Here's the $80,000. I kept $20,000 to myself. It was yours to begin with. It's just stupid, man. But like I said, that's a different story for a different day. I'm just using the situation as far as the lying to the spirit and lying to the brotherhood. That's a no-no. Psalms 82 and 10. Psalms 62 and 10. Trust not in oppression. Become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set not thy heart upon them. And that's what happened. You guys were so, the pocket. All right? The pocket, the profit. All right? Yeah, the pocket, the profit. And I mean Profit. All right? Profit, man. All right? The pocket, the profit. All right? It says, trust not in oppression. And this American dollar is a form of oppression, man. And you guys are greedy for it. All right? And you've become vain robbers. Vain and robbery. You guys just can't get enough. It says, if thy riches increase, set not thy heart upon them. And we know Nate didn't do that. All right? They're setting everything upon this earth. They're not laying up heavenly gifts. Okay? Matthew 23:5. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For thou make clean the outside of the cup of the platter. Yeah, you look good on the outside, but guess what? But within you are full of extortion and excess. And that's evident with Israel United and Cash. Okay? That's evident with that group. Ezekiel 22 and 12. And now when you go into this chapter, Ezekiel 22, it's talking about the wicked prophets of Israel. All right? And it says, "In thee have thou taken gifts to shed blood, and they have taken usury and increase, and thou hast greedily gained of thy neighbors by extortion." That's exactly what you guys did. I mean, this is plain. What I'm reading is exactly what you guys have done, man. It has forgotten me. Now, it's obvious you guys forgotten the Lord. You guys don't even call him by his name. Saith Yahweh thy power. Behold, therefore have I smitten in my hand at thy dishonest gain which thou hast made, and at thy blood which thou hast which has been in the midst of thee. And that's what y'all doing at I.U.I.C. Well, I.U.I.C, however that shit go, man. Israel United in Cash. That's what you guys do over there. Not only are you stealing the people money, and they buying bread that's not satisfying them, you guys are fucking shedding their blood, man. All right? You guys got a lot of blood on your hands, like Ezekiel 3 talks about. And this is Luke 19:7. All right? And when they saw it, they all murmured, saying that he was gone to the guest with the man that is a sinner, because Zacharias was what? Publican, tax collector. All right? And it says what? And Zacchaeus stood and said unto the Lord, "Behold, Lord, the half of my goods I give to the poor." All right? And if I have anything, like, this man was in a righteous state of mind, man. Like, if I have taken anything from a man by false accusations, all right, I will restore him fourfold. So he said, if I've taken anything from any man by false accusations, so it was a lie to begin with. If any nigga blame me for stealing some shit and it was a false accusation, what did he say? He said, I will restore him fourfold. So there was a man who was a tax collector, all right? And his job was to collect taxes, and yet he wasn't going around robbing the people, extorting the people, and he's a tax collector. That shows you the integrity of this man, all right? Because if he was giving half of his goods to the poor, obviously he believed in the truth, in so much that he really wanted to sit down and host an evening or give his place to Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai said unto him, this day, and from that one act, he was sealed, man. It says, this day is salvation come to this house, and not only him, his whole house. For as much as he also is a son of Abraham. All right? So this man was a tax collector. He didn't extort the people. All right? He didn't force the people. All right? And all these scriptures I read, you guys are guilty of, man. You call this man the pocket. Hey, what's his name? Kanai? the conniving Kanai, man. The conniving evil, huh? All right? Now that shit's a big Ponzi scheme over there, man. Everything about it. Okay? And with that, hey, I pray you brothers was edified. Call Loyam Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Makar Kadash, Barakathum to the Akim. Double honors to the elder apostles. And salutations to the elect wherever you may be. Abad Babal.